just outside of Dallas, Texas, from the campus of SMU. We welcome you to the Robson and Lindley Aquatic Center for the final game of the USA Men's Water Polo North Texas New Year Showcase. Today, the United States end the weekend on a high note against the 2022 World Champion, Spain. Alongside Chris Cullen, I'm Kyle Yeomans for the final match of the weekend, Game 6 of 6. It's been a fantastic weekend so far. No better way to close it out than the reigning world champs against, of course, the home team, the United States.
I'm really looking forward to a cherry on top of the Sunday that we've had so far. We've seen a little bit of everything so far. You know, penalty shootout last night. We've seen great 6-on-5 play, great defensive efforts on both sides. So great way to start the new year here at SMU.
Now reined in the new year, of course, capping off 2022. The United States 1-2 so far inside their first 3 games. They defeated Serbia 16-12 in game 1 of the event, but then fell to Spain 11-9 after Spain scored 6 of the last 7 goals in that matchup. And then last night, Serbia defeated the U.S. in penalty shootout action because they never trailed in that game. The U.S. didn't. However, they never led by more than 2. How do they make sure and close out a game today against Spain?
I think the other night, you know, we were playing right with Spain the entire game, and I think the fourth quarter, just some defensive lapses, a few mistakes, and allowed them to get some counterattack opportunities and lead to some easy goals. So take those away at the end, it's a much closer game. So, and Aguirre was, you know, really tough that first night against them. So we'll see who's in the cage tonight, and hopefully Team USA having better looks on the goalies for Spain.
Yeah, as for Spain, here's a look at their roster all the way throughout. Of course, they traveled with a much lighter roster than what the U.S. has used. The United States mixing and matching some players. This Spanish side defeated the U.S. and Serbia in their first 2 matchups. Started 2-0, however, they fell to Serbia 14-12, and really a comeback, was outlasted by Serbia in that one. If you're Spain, what do they bring to the table that's going to really challenge this USA team?
Yeah, they're very quick and very aggressive on their attacking, especially from that left side, and then, you know, just looking to create those opportunities early and pressing through on the defensive side, trying to make Team USA make those mistakes, which might lead to a counterattack, which, you know, showed it was the difference in the game later in that fourth quarter. So the pressing defense, trying to get some challenges for Team USA.
5 games down, just 1 more to go as we are underway here from SMU. Max Irving will win the opening sprint. Again, we've mentioned it throughout the weekend. The United States has been very good at securing that opening possession of a frame, and in doing so, they take over here on a Tuesday night. Great crowd on hand, much like we saw last night between the United States and Serbia. The first 3 games being played in Lewisville, Texas at the Westside Aquatic Center. And the final 3 matches here from the Robson and Lindley Aquatic Center. That shot is saved. Sent off into the right. It's Pepe Matos in the cage. He struggled in his first game of the weekend. 9 goals allowed, 0 saves against Serbia. However, he rebounded in a big way against the U.S. a couple nights ago.
Yeah, they did a great job trying to limit our opportunities and taking advantage of our mistakes. So hopefully we'll get a few past him in this early in the game here.
Valera tried to fit it underneath. Offensive foul called, so the United States get a defensive stop, much like Spain did on the opening attacking possession. Max Irving found by Fran Valera. Inside to Alex Bowen. Bowen with a nice shot and a 2-handed save from Matos. Keeps it out of the net.
Yeah, on that counterattack, we had Johnny Hooper over on the left side. It just didn't quite see him. So it was a little bit, he took that shot, maybe make that cross pass over to Hooper.
Bowen with 3 goals in game 1. He had 2 goals in game 3 and another 2 last night against Serbia. Must have had one of the more poor nights shooting of his United States tenure. Was 0 of 3 on penalty shots, which is rare to see from a guy with the caliber of Alex Bowen. That shot clanked off of the right post. Adrian Weinberg in net at the moment for the U.S. And again, a defensive stop. 2 minutes in, still looking for our first goal.
Looks like we're going to have a 6-on-5. There's an exclusion on the transition. So we'll see what Team USA, see if they can take advantage of that first look for the night.
around to Irving on the wing. Now far wing, and that one is put in. Nice job by Johnny Hooper receiving the pass. Max Irving left it up for him, and Hooper delivered the shot.
It's similar to what they've done the last few nights, looking for that left post on 6 and 5. The defense have collapsed on the post instead, so Johnny Hooper slid inside of 2 meters, the one position far left, made a quick, hard shot up that corner, left the goalie no chance.
Great look at it from this angle as well, even with as point blank as that was off of the nice pass from Max Irving. Pepe Matos still got a hand on it, but it did deflect into the back of the net. The United States have an early 1-0 lead. 1 of 1 on the power play conversion at the moment. 1 of 3 shooting. That one leaks out wide, and it's easy money for Weinberg to corral it.
Center defender did a great job. They showed his hand, looked, he was trying to draw in a foul or exclusion, showed his hand and allowed Weinberg to come out and make that steal.
We've seen that throughout for the United States this week. The center defense has been solid. Most of the perimeter shots is where Serbia and Spain have had the majority of their success. Now they'll work inside to more water, and Ben Hollick is fouled. Exclusion earned. 1 of 1 on the power play. U.S. looking for goal number 2. Tight window, a little bit more room. They work it up top. Off the crossbar, nice shot attempt, but no good this time around. That one put into no man's land, and Spain able to take it back. Chase Dodd was calling for it at the top of the perimeter, but never got it.
Yeah, Hooper had slid inside 2 meters, and I think he threw that he thought he was going to pop up a little bit higher on that left side. So, but instead he had already gone down to the 2-meter line.
Cabanas fed it inside. A wide open man, unmarked. Mark Larumbe puts it in, and we are all knotted up in 1.
Yeah, mistake on the 6-on-5 advantage there, throwing it to open water where nobody was, leads to a counterattack. Not much of a window needed when as quick as Spain is on those counters.
Sergey Cabanas was the one that brought it down for Spain, and you mentioned the speed right in the open there, Chris, and you could see it on the counterattack. Really no wasted movement, no wasted time. It was Cabanas all the way down the right side, and then Larumbe worked his way open interior.
Right, coaches look for the counterattack 2 to 3 passes. So after the outlet went up to the right side, you have 1 to the interior. That's a great looking counter. If you take those advantages aren't very long, and so if you can do it in 2 or 3 passes, that's ideally what the coaches are looking for.
So a goal from Johnny Hooper and another one from Spain as Mark Larumbe works into the back of the net, and we are all tied up in 1. Nearing the halfway point here in the opening quarter. Work down low, last-ditch effort for Hollick to get it off. Nice save from Matos, and it's recovered into the corner by Spain. Another save there from Matos, keeping the U.S. out of the net.
Yeah, Halleck got a good look at it, but just didn't quite get enough. He stepped out to the ball, caught the ball dry, just didn't have enough mustard on it to get it past the goalie.
Spain has only mustered 2 shots so far, one of which went off of the post. The other one found the back of the net. Macy number 3 here, lost initially right in the middle, and it's blocked by Weinberg. A great save. Nearly ended up into enemy hands as Gomilla was underneath. However, Weinberg got it back.
Oh, I think the defender really put his hand up and let Weinberg come out and swipe that ball away. You know, I think they were playing for a penalty, but the referee saw he had his hands up, so no call.
Here's Chase Dodd on the counterattack, working all the way down the right side, and he puts it in. Dodd came goal left, went goal right, or lane right, in order to find the goal, and the U.S. take a 2-1 lead.
I think they also took advantage of that quick shot in the middle and were able to get up on the counterattack, get the ball up to the left side, and then take advantage before Spain had a chance to set up, and Dodd put that ball away.
Lane left, goal right. I'm challenged with directions sometimes, Chris.
It's all the perspective where you're sitting, too.
That's exactly right. Easy to see the perspective at the moment, and that's the United States leading 2-1. Nearing the 3-minute mark in the first. Good start for the U.S. Exclusion called against the United States, though. 6-on-5 in favor of Spain. Worked into the wing on the 1-2 side. Worked right in the middle, looking for a window. Great look from this high angle on what Spain is looking for, and they got it. That one put home. Bernard Sanahua puts it in, and it is tied back up at 2.
A little different look on the 6-on-5 here. They were trying to do that right post. They were sliding inside and out, trying to get them inside that 2-meter or the goal area, trying not to be offside, and then stepping after the ball, when the ball was in different positions. So it's just kind of a different look there, and they were able to get that scoring opportunity on that right side.
So those who might be tuning in for the first time throughout the weekend, this is game 4 of us getting the chance to see some of the new rules internationally into play, with that 2-meter line not only affecting the distance from the goal, but the distance outside of the goal as well. From your perspective as a coach, how has it changed things throughout the weekend? Another pass down low. Tried to find Matt Farmer, but an offensive foul called. But let's go back to that conversation. How's it changed things in the wing?
Yeah, I think this has only been in the effect in the last month or so, and so this is a 2-meter box that's 2 meters outside each post, as well as 2 meters from the goal. So if you can go inside of 2 meters, you can be at 1 meter outside that red goal box area. So it really changes the goalies and the defenders' focal point, because you're just used to not having anybody in that area. So it really changes where you might have to pay attention to, because players at this level, even 2 meters outside the post, are still a high scoring threat if they're at 1 meter, especially if they're on their strong side, the right-hander side.
Long pass across the pool. Worked around to Abramson, who had a couple goals last night against Serbia. Here's Bowen. Resets back up top to Stevenson. Now that shot blocked before it could get even halfway to the net.
It's just one of those shots you take just to hopefully get a rebound and get another look, because they were running late in the shot clock there.
Nice job to reset. Will it turn into another look in the final 90 of the first quarter? Abramson winding up with the left hand. His strike goes to the right. Had a nice look at it, but he skipped it just off.
Yeah, the lefty there is trying to hopefully get in the goalie to jump, just skipped a little high, and then skipped out of bounds.
So even pegging so far, United States 2 of 8 shooting. Spain at the moment 2 of 5. Both teams have converted on 1 power play, and there's a quick offensive foul called early in the possession.
Yeah, it was an attack on the left side, really ducked under the defender, trying to get inside water. The referees, their opinion, went under Bowen to try to establish position, so offensive foul in Spain.
Bowen works it back out to Abramson in the wing. They've been attacking from that right-hand side. Bowen sees a bit of a double team, and now he'll take a rip and sends it high.
Yeah, tipped out by the goalie, so that'll be a 2-meter throw in for Team USA with a fresh 20.
Matos got a hand on it, maybe even just a fingertip, but it's enough to keep possession with the United States. Here's Bowen again, winding up. He'll take another shot, again deflected by Matos. Stays with the United States. Fresh 20, 29 on the game clock.
Team USA is running a double post here, trying to get something from either side, and then hopefully get something where they can step in and get a good shot when they're helping on the double set post.
A look underneath, almost a desperation heave there from Abramson. Did you like that pass attempt?
It was a little short, so the referee's not going to reward a pass that's a good 1.5 meters, 2 meters away from the center. So they reward excellent passes in terms of it's right there at the center, then they would be able to call an exclusion.
Final seconds of the opening quarter. Spain not happy that the clock actually ticked down there. They thought they had a goal chance working on the counterattack. However, the officials blow it dead, and we are through 1 here at SMU, all tied up at 2 in a defensive first quarter of action.
Looking good so far, so got to keep up that defensive effort.
So we'll step aside, all knotted up at 2 apiece. Couple goal scorers for both sides. We're headed to the second quarter here from Dallas, Texas.
You've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
There's no better time to become a water polo referee. The sport continues to grow nationwide, and refs are a vital part of that expansion. Join today. Whether you played for years or are new to the sport, all are welcome. Stay active with flexible hours while making extra money with competitive rates nationwide. Build a network of new friends that will last a lifetime, all while making a positive impact on youth sports. Make a difference in water polo. Become a referee today. Visit usawaterpolo.org/referee to learn more.
Case here from SMU. United States and Spain all knotted up at 2. And Chris, we were talking in the break. I mean, there was a foul called, an exclusion called right at the tail end of that first quarter. So how does that affect things going into this sprint?
Yeah, Team USA will start with a player in the box. And so now if they win the sprint, then they will be returned to 6-on-6. But otherwise, if Spain, so now the advantage is over. So no harm, no foul.
Nicely done by the United States to get that one secured. They put Johnny Hooper out on the right side up against the lane rope, and because of that, the advantage was 1, 6-on-5 to start the second quarter for Spain. Spain not very happy toward the end of that first quarter in terms of clock management, either by those in the pool or maybe those at the table. However, it doesn't work out, no harm, no foul. Irving works it inside, got it knocked away. Good center defense as Gomia got both hands on it and knocked it away.
That ball, kind of the entry pass went a little bit deep. Hard for Halleck to get a hand on it, and referees, if they don't see they can make a clean reach for it, they tend not to reward for exclusions. So overall, just got to make that pass a little bit closer so Halleck can step to the ball cleanly.
Cabanas now works it to the 1-2 side. They try and work down the inside water. Foul called on Ben Halleck. He will take a swim to the penalty box.
Yeah, that's tough being center on one end and come all the way down and have to guard center at the other end. That's a tough challenge.
If anybody were able to do it, it would be Ben Halleck. There's Johnny Hooper jumping in the passing lane. Made a clean interception there to end what was a 6-on-5 chance.
Yeah, that was great reading of the lane, so they kind of just stepped in and took away that pass opportunity there.
Hooper in the counterattack, but that was a one-handed save from Matos. It was a great look for Tyler Abramson, but Matos got all of the right hand on it.
Yeah, those lefties swimming up the ball got forced up the left side, and so that's setting up a shot for a left-hander on the right side. So that they made the cross pass, the catch and shoot. Matos got in position to make that save.
Mayarak, the lefty, back around to Valera. Good save from Weinberg. He's been great so far. Weinberg now with 4 saves on the night.
Yeah, he's doing a great job there. He's getting a good look at it. You see he's set and in position, his hands ready to go. So great position so far.
4 saves, just 2 goals allowed. And much like the first quarter, a slow start here to the second. Both of these teams can explode. The United States had 8 goals in one frame earlier in the weekend. Spain has scored as much as 7 in one quarter. However, we are past the 2:15 mark in this second frame and have not seen a goal yet.
Yeah, that's why you see some of the flying substitutions. Players getting a little tired there. So it looks like they had a fresh swimmer coming in, leading this rush here.
And it's going to lead the charge to a goal. Alvaro Granados, who's about as lethal as anybody on the strike, came in as a fresh swimmer, ran all the way down, swam all the way down that right-hand side, and then put it home to make it 3-2 Spain.
Yeah, it all started with the mistake on Team USA over the far left side. A little wayward pass. Matos was able to come out and steal that ball, kind of lead the charge up the right side with the flying substitution, and then Team USA slow to adjust and man up after the sub.
Not only is it tough to make an adjustment on the flying substitution, but when you've got your flying substitution as one of the best goal scorers on the planet, it's got to make things a little extra tough to handle.
Yeah, you got to know where that guy is. That's as coaches like to say.
How impressed have you been with him throughout the weekend? You've gotten a chance to see him a number of times.
Yeah, that's it's great for me to see these players that that I've seen watching YouTube, international games, championship games, or Lynn championship games. So it's great to see it in person. It's awesome.
Again, inside water. Foul called. Exclusion in favor of the United States. And Tyler Abramson puts it in the back of the net as the equalizer.
Oh, it was great. Entry pass to see. If we notice the difference, the referees will reward an excellent entry pass. Comes over. Abramson gets that ball up. Lefties on that right side. That's the places they love to shoot. So they put it away. Matos didn't have much of a chance there.
3 different goal scorers for the United States so far. Abramson with 1, Dodd and Hooper. Granados, Larumbe, and Sanahua are the other goal scorers for Spain. Spain up by a man. And now they're up by a goal. That one just barely snuck past Weinberg. You can see the frustration. He thought he got enough of it to keep it out of the cage.
Yeah, he was in position there. I think he just kind of angled right off the side of his arm. He thought he had it, but squeaked underneath. So, tough one.
So about 2 minutes of action for Alvaro Granados, and he's got 2 goals to make it, again, a 1-goal lead for Spain.
Yeah, he can score in bunches.
Stevenson bringing it in for the United States. Sets it out wide here for Bowen. Swings to retrieve it. Already this possession kind of working on the longer end. Down low to Halleck. Halleck finds some space, and he drills it in.
Oh, that's just an example of Ben Halleck just showing a clinic what to do as the center position. He's working, battling this whole time. The entry pass comes in, steps around both defenders, one in front, one in back, go over the shoulder of the goalie. Just a clinic, one of the best centers in the world.
One of the best on the planet, 2-time All-American during his time at Stanford, 6'6", 245, but somehow he got lost.
They knew where he was. They just couldn't stop him. That's the ultimate compliment, right? If they have double or triple team you and they still score. That's the best as a center.
He has done everything and more for this United States bunch this week, and if you follow United States water polo, you know that is not out of the ordinary. Couple whistles, great chance for Spain right in front, but it met with the crossbar. Granados again from point-blank range was right in front of Weinberg. Weinberg forced him high.
Yeah, that came off a quick exclusion, and then we had a quick pass into the middle. He faked one too many times, dropped it off the post, or off the crossbar.
The United States wanted to take a quick look at it. Babic nearly took the shot with the right arm on the far side. However, timeout called by Coach Udovic.
They just want to set something up here, see what they can run, take a little breather, and see, make sure we get that scoring opportunity early in the 6-on-5. See if we can draw something up. Maybe if they're going to look to go to the left side again, either diving from the post or on the outside.
Chance here for the United States to take the lead. Which one would you do? You said either outside or inside. Where would you go?
Just like I tell the kids, it's all about reading the defense. You see what the defense are, so you don't get locked in to take, I have to take this shot. It's if the defense does this, you do this. So it's a bunch of conditional statements if you are a computer person. So like if this happens, then this. So in theory, that's what you hope to read the defense, because they got to give you something. It's 6-on-5.
Chris Colin, head water polo coach at Highland Park High School, just down the road here from us at SMU. Back underway on the man advantage, 6-on-5. The United States trying to take a 5-4 lead. Abramson from the wing. Will swim in, back around, and he got a hand on it, but it wasn't enough to stop the shot from Babic, and the United States are back on top.
Great look here. If you look, they broke the line. They're on the goalpost, had both defenders down at the left post. So what do? They throw it up top. So they read the defense, put away the quality scoring chance from the top. So that's what you're talking about. You want to, instead of trying to force things to a certain position, just say read with the defense. Both had come down on the post on the replay, and then you went up on the top to catch and shoot.
The skipped shot from Babic was off of the fingertips of Pepe Matos. We are back at a one-goal game in favor of the United States. Irving called for the early foul, and you can see the pressure being put at the moment on Granados. No space for him, no space into the wing either. That one knocked away in the corner, right back into the hands of Weinberg.
Yeah, simple fundamental things like passing lanes. You know, as coaches,
oh, look at the breakaway right underneath. Tyler Abramson on a fast break back down the floor. Excuse me, that's Chase Dodd who beat the rest of the Spanish roster down low, and Dodd reels in the great pass for a wide open look.
Yes, it's all set up by the passing lane defense on the other end there, so that you have a good steal, that kind of unexpected on that long cross pass, and allow Dodd to get loose on the counterattack. Ball went up the right side, cross pass into the middle, and Dodd put it away.
Both Granados and Mayorak were trying to catch up to Dodd, but Dodd had about a body length on both of which, in order for a wide open point-blank look. Multi-goal lead for the first time in this one for either side. Granados with a lofted shot, it went over the top. Weinberg a bit out of position, and Granados tried to take advantage. Luckily for the United States, he sent it too strong.
Yeah, that lob shot, it was more of a center cage, so those are lower percentage. You want to, if you're doing a lob shot, you want to take it across the cage. So Weinberg was fortunate to be in the center of the cage to prevent that lob opportunity.
Stevenson back to Irving. Irving takes a strong shot. He was guarded up top by Taul. And because of a bit of a deflection, it made for an easy save on Pepe Matos. Matos, who was solid in the first quarter and really to start the second with 6 saves, has since struggled over the last couple minutes. A big save there, maybe a confidence builder for the Spanish goalkeeper. Offensive foul back over to the United States, and some frustration there from Spain. Threw a cap in retaliation, did not like the call.
Yeah, I think they called him for an offensive foul, like called simulation, so he ducked underneath and kind of acted like he was getting pulled back, and he didn't favor that call.
Mark Larumbe jumps over the top of Matt Farmer, jarred that ball loose. Look at Adrian Weinberg vacating the cage to try and get up and make a play.
That's a risky move there, but they got rewarded with the ordinary foul, which is benefit to the defense. A lot of referees would call that an exclusion or a penalty on the goalie to stop a goal since he came out of his cage.
They make it down low to Mayorak. Mayorak right back up top. 6 on 5 after the United States called for the exclusion. Round into the wing. Far corner. Mayorak, the lefty, got saved. Weinberg again.
Great defensive job there. Forced the lefty all the way out to that far right side. Easy save for Weinberg. He's in position. Two-hand pull down. He was 3 or 4 meters outside the post, so that's a shot that he had no trouble with.
Final 40 seconds of the second quarter. Shot clock already at 10. On the counterattack for the United States. Irving with the right hand rockets it, but it's saved by Matos. Carom collected by the unmarked man, the uncapped man in Granados. Spain had a chance right at the end of the first quarter for a period-ending goal. They'll look to do the same here. Granados with it. Still without the cap. Toss it out wide to Sanahuya. Final 5. Inside, water right into the chest of Adrian Weinberg. It's probably the final play he'll make The United States has been going back and forth between the men in the cage, but he ends it on a high note after a great first half from the United States goalkeeper.
Team USA collectively is doing a great job controlling the drives, being in position, really not worrying about any of the theatrics that maybe get sucked up into the little extra splash, the little extra here and there. So I think they're doing a great job. The goalie play has been outstanding by Weinberg.
United States holding Spain to just 4 of 13 shooting. And the United States have a 2-goal lead heading into the halftime break. We'll step aside for a quick moment. When we come back, we've got the final half of action in the North Texas New Year's Showcase here from Dallas, Texas.
Which one? Yellow? Yellow. Now blue? No, orange. Now blue. Ooh.
Time's running out. They need to score.
Lola, we need you. Get in there.
But wait, Coach Kerkorian has just subbed in their secret weapon, Lola the dog. She shoots. She scores! Yeah!
There's no better time to become a water polo referee. The sport continues to grow nationwide, and refs are a vital part of that expansion. Join today. Whether you played for years or are new to the sport, all are welcome. Stay active with flexible hours while making extra money with competitive rates nationwide. Build a network of new friends that will last a lifetime, all while making a positive impact on youth sports. Make a difference in water polo. Become a referee today. Visit usawaterpolo.org/referee to learn more.
Two-goal lead for the United States as we head into the halftime break and get ready for the third quarter of action here from the Robeson and Lindley Aquatic Center on the campus of SMU. Alongside Chris Colin, I'm Kyle Yeomans. And Chris, the first half went well for the United States. How did they close it out with a victory?
You know, it's just like all the coaches want to put the effort on the defensive side of things. So they later in the game, fatigue sets in, and so we're not sure how much effort you got left in the tank, but they start off strong, but now we need to dig deep and see what we can do to hold Spain, especially when they're looking to counter, take advantage of any mistakes we have.
It was a close matchup yesterday against Serbia, one of which that was down to the wire. Only a 2-goal lead at most for the United States, who never trailed in that matchup, but they fell in penalties 3-0 after it took outside of regulation in order to get the win for Serbia. They'll look to try and come back out on top and close the event on a high note. If they were to do so, each team in the event would finish 2-2, which is kind of interesting. Serbia lost their first 2, won their final 2. The U.S. won their first one, would win on a bookend fashion, and that goal's going to go a long way in doing so. Ben Halleck wide open in the inside, and that's not going to help you out a whole lot.
Yeah, he drew the exclusion, right, 2 seconds before that. Quick pass out, he stepped to his left, buried it. There's I think Halleck had 7 drawn exclusions last night.
Wow.
Just player of the game in terms of drawn exclusions. So
he's earned 3 so far tonight already, and he's got 2 goals out of such opportunities. The United States taking advantage of power plays at the moment at a high rate, 4 of 5 so far, whereas Spain has actually had more exclusions earned in 6 so far, but they've only converted on 2 power play chances.
Yeah, at the international level, conversion and stopping 6-on-5 opportunities is huge. That's usually the difference maker in a game.
Wind up from the outside. That one sent wide. Sanahuya with a open window decided to take a look.
As long as the goalies has position to get themselves set, then as long as they're not cross passes, they're usually going to make those quality chances.
By the way, Adrian Weinberg remaining in the cage for the United States. First time all week long that they have not made a switch at halftime, and then that's really a good thing. That means he's earned that opportunity after a great first half of play.
Yeah, they have 3 goalies here, and they've been rotating 2 or 3.
Oh, back down low to Halleck. Gomia lost him in transition, and Ben Halleck now has a hat trick, and we're still with 6:40 left to play in the third.
Great entry pass on the hand, quick release, steps over. That's a good step-out shot for those watching. If you're a center at the younger ages, you want to watch Ben Halleck, all his moves of holding his position, stepping to the wall, finishing shot opportunities. He's great fundamentals and fantastic overall player, center player.
8-4. The United States have taken control of this one. They'll look to try and close it out. Outscored Spain 4-2 in the second quarter, and now 2-0 here in the third after a hot start. Halftime adjustments working out. Skip shot, saved by Weinberg, and it's right back inside. Corralled by the United States. Good job of hopping on top of it by Babic.
Again, defense did a great job forcing the shot from the right side, and so Weinberg could just be in position, make that save, and clean up the rebound by his team there.
Coach Udovicic very excited about what he's seen so far. Back down low to Halleck. Halleck's going to earn the exclusion again. 4th time tonight he's earned one, and it leads to another shot attempt for the U.S. that was sent off and over the crossbar by Pepe Matos. Matos, of course, staying in the ball game as well.
Halleck with another drawn exclusion that's just invaluable to teams. I don't think coaches out there recognize that, but
Oh, back over the top. What a pass to set up Halleck, and he slams it home with both hands. 4 goals for Ben Halleck in this one.
I just have to say, wow, we got to watch this again, and just sometimes, awesome athletes, you just stand in awe of what he's able to do there. Caught it with the left hand, tipped it back to himself, finished with the right. Those are things you just don't see very often. That's just the level of his abilities. There's just no many words to describe. The video speaks for itself, how tremendous his athleticism is.
It forces the 2022 world champs to call a timeout. Coach David Martin addressing his bunch in the pool, and it hasn't been clean to start. 3 goals allowed. This was once a 4-4 game, and the United States has then taken advantage here over the last couple minutes.
Yeah, it's all from the center play. It's from Halleck drawing exclusions, finishing shots. Those are like if you start at the center position and you keep getting those opportunities, then like Team USA is going to keep going back to it until Spain decides they're going to stop it, either run a zone or play a little bit differently on Halleck.
Spain actually held a 4-3 lead if you want to go all the way back into the middle part of the second quarter. That was with 4:40 left in the second frame. Since then, it's been 6 unanswered put up on the board by the United States. Spain trying to get one back here on this possession, but the United States defense has been tremendous. Including Weinberg in the cage, and again, the defense forcing that one wide for a split second. Just 5 to shoot for Spain. It's a rocket shot from the outside. Bly Mayorak puts it home, and that is a huge break for Spain, who saw that shot clock winding down.
Yeah, it was a close, almost steal by Ben Stevenson, and then it just kind of, fortunate for Spain, bounced back to Mayorak to be able to get that shot, the lefty there. He took a little bit off of it and put it away.
4 different goal scorers for Spain to get to their 5 total. Granados, Sanahuya, Larumbe, and Mayorak. Those are the 4 for Spain, whereas the United States have had a number of different goal scorers, but Dodd and Halleck are the 2 multi-goal scorers. Halleck with 4 so far. Abrams in at the wing. Works it around to Irving. Irving back up top to Stevenson. Wanted to fit it inside. Overshot just a hair when looking for Marko Pavic, and it's reeled in by Matos.
Yeah, it was kind of late in the shot clock trying to force something from that left post. The defense sniffed it out.
Exclusion earned for Spain. Another power play for the Spanish side. Their 7th of the night, looking to convert on their 3rd. Irving also defending without a cap, much like we saw in Granados earlier. Open look, and that one works into the back of the net as well. Fran Valera with his first goal of the night, and it's back to 9-6.
Yeah, that was an exclusion off a drive, so the Spain likes to drive and really get engaged in the defenders and hope for a hold, or at least the perception of a hold. And so they were able to get that 6-on-5 opportunity, wrap the ball up to the top left side, and get that shot off.
So after that timeout, following 6 unanswered goals put on the board by the United States, Spain has put up 2 of their own. Through the United States, how do you buckle down here and avoid a Spain comeback here in these last quarter and a half?
Well, I'm no coaching genius, but I would go to look to Ben
I would
Halleck
say you're
there.
a coaching genius, Chris.
No.
You've won a lot of water polo matches.
But I think Halleck coming back in the game, that'll hopefully change the tide on the offensive side of things.
Turnover, back over to Spain, looking on the counter. Sanahuya, guarded by Halleck. And it doesn't matter. Skip shot works its way past Weinberg. 3 unanswered goals by Spain, and the U.S. lead is down to 2.
Yeah, I was on that right side there. They're looking at the center, and the couple of good hard fakes beat Weinberg there on the shot from their whole right side. Skip low under the arm.
Even had Chase Dodd down low. Nearly got in the way of that one as well.
Yeah, those are the ones the goalies hope that field blocker can cover that near side.
Bowen, guarded by Granados, 2 of the best goal scorers on the planet, working against each other. Dunston into the corner, dumps it off to Dylan Woodhead. He's got plenty of space down there, but only 2 to shoot. Right back up top, and a save by Pepe Matos.
A little bit of crowding on the offensive set there. It looked like they were trying to run a double post, but there was both inside the post, so it was not much room for anybody in there.
Here's Granados. You got to know where he's at every point in the pool. He works it into the corner for Larumbe. Exclusion called.
Again, one of those drives from the left side. Spain, top driving team in the world, got that exclusion off the drive on the left.
6 on 5. Spain 3 of 7 on their power plays so far tonight. Back around to Mayorak, and that one snuck in. It had to weave through the trees, and a couple of defenders got a hand on it, but Mayorak was too strong on the shot attempt.
Yeah, sometimes those field blockers, hurt that goalie's opportunity there. He puts a hand up, changes the angle just enough that Weinberg can't get his hand on it. So the field blocker was there. If you got another look at it, take your way near side, but then it kind of skidded off to the left.
Yeah, Hooper was underneath. Now making 4 unanswered goals from Spain, and we've got a 1-goal game. This all happened very quick. All of a sudden, Spain has outscored the United States here in this third quarter, 4-3. All 4 of those goals coming within the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, they went back to their identity, of a driving, attacking team, getting those exclusions, getting those opportunities. And so that's what Spain was looking to do, and they've been taking advantage of it.
Pass to Bowen. Called for a common foul, and Bowen not happy with it. He thought he had a little more room to work with. Got it here, shot on the upper 90, and it might have gone over. You can see the frustration from Matos because it gives a fresh 20 for the United States.
Yeah, he was hoping that he didn't get a tip on it, but he threw his hand up. Team USA gets another 20.
Under 90 to play in the third quarter. Exclusion gives it back to the United States.
Another drawn exclusion for Ben Hallett.
It's up to 5 now on the night. Irving to Bowen. Bowen into the net. And a save for Matos, who is starting to have a bit of a resurgence toward the back half of the third quarter. An exclusion now against the United States here on the counter. Spain is going to have a man advantage. They're going to look to take full advantage on a wide open shot, but it's sent to the left. Sergey Cabanas had a great look at it off of the right side on a sloppy counterattack, or at least counter transition there for the United States, and luckily the shot went wide.
Yeah, Granados got Hooper on the counterattack, the driving, got him to hold a little bit, and then so they were able to get that scoring opportunity, just didn't put it away. So luckily for Team USA.
See if the United States can make them pay. Both Halleck and Bowen are inside at the moment. Irving will take it from the perimeter, and another save for Matos.
Yeah, those are the low percentage shots on that right side, especially for those right-handers. So you see lots of transition theatrics, trying to get those exclusions, cutting people off, popping their hips up, trying to get the defender to hold from behind.
Look at the pass underneath, and that will be a penalty. Don't allow an easy goal because Granados snuck open underneath, and there was no choice there for the U.S. defense.
Right, he does a great job. Best 1-2 left side attackers. He got inside water, got the ball, and Hooper had to take the penalty. Otherwise, he was going to shoot point blank.
First penalty we've seen for either side tonight. Mark Larumbe will take it for Spain up against Adrian Weinberg, and it's right off his left hand. And we have got a tie matched 9-9 with just 2 seconds left in the third.
24 minutes of water polo and back even.
Wow. United States led 9-4, had put up 6 unanswered, and Spain ends the third quarter with 5 unanswered of their own, and we are at level pegging heading into the fourth. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this one and the conclusion of the North Texas New Year Showcase here from Dallas, Texas. We've got a fun one brewing on USA Water Polo. Final weekend, or final quarter rather, of a great weekend full of water polo here from Dallas, Texas. Alongside Chris Cullen, I'm Kyle Yeomans. The U.S. and Spain all knotted up in 9. Chris, what went wrong toward the back half of that third quarter for the United States to give up 5 unanswered?
I think it was drive defense. So you've got to get in position. They're looking to drive, and especially on that left side with Granados, and those guys are trying to get inside water and make the defense pay. So they have to keep everything on the outside and not let the offensive players of Spain, some of the best in the world, get inside water, get position, try to get those shots and those exclusions. All of those things can be remedied by holding off those drives.
Connie Hooper wins possession, and a crucial one at that for the United States to start this fourth quarter. I feel like a goal here for either side would go a long way at deciding who has the advantage in the final 8 minutes. Pepe Matos with 12 saves tonight, Adrian Weinberg with 6, both of which stay in the cage for their respective squad.
Looks like a center offensive foul for Farmer, leading to the counterattack for Spain.
United States 9 of 26 shooting, Spain 9 of 21 at the moment. U.S. 5 of 7 on power plays, where Spain is 4 of 9, but most of those have been converted late. Outside shot, lofted up, rejected by Adrian Weinberg. He had to elevate just quite a little bit, but he worked it with the left hand.
Yeah, he was sitting on that lob. I think the fake, he didn't buy on that fake. He stayed on his legs, got that left hand up, pulled it down.
1 minute into the fourth quarter. United States was in a tight one last night against Serbia. Ended regulation tied at 11, and then Serbia won it in penalty shootout. Long shot, and that one worked in, but it hits off of the crossbar, nearly worked past the goal line.
Yeah, he had a good look at it, barred down, but just sat on the line, didn't go all the way in. So the ball's got to completely go past the face of the goal to be counted as a goal.
Really about as close as it gets on that one. Lucky break for Spain. Look to convert on their offensive end. On the attack. Working around with some extra spot. And that one will actually skip past the goal line and all the way in. Just barely past Adrian Weinberg. And Spain has a hat trick from Granados and a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, he was freed up there. They did a drive earlier in that possession. I've been focused on that left side, seeing what kind of action they're running. And Granados popped up and left himself about 5-6 meters, and then was able to move center cage and get that scoring opportunity there.
It makes it 6 unanswered for Spain to match exactly what the U.S. did in between the second and third quarters. Spain has now done it in the third and the fourth. United States in need of a goal, and they need one quickly.
They've got a high press right now. USA trying to break that high press. They also have a double post going, so seeing what they can get in the center.
The U.S. have not scored since the 5:30 mark in the third quarter, so almost an entire frame held scoreless at the moment.
Late in the shot clock here, we're not going to get much of a look.
Now they'll throw it into the corner. Allows for the defense to get back for the U.S. Spain has not led by more than 1 in this one. They have not held a crooked number lead at the moment. Bit of a breakaway here on the counter. Nice job by Abramson to readjust and get back in between his attacker and the goal. Lofted over the top, and that time Weinberg did not read the lob. And a nice shot from Sergei Cabanas gives Spain their first multi-goal lead.
Got up big, sold it, then could not get over his hips to get to that far corner.
Excuse me, that was Mark Larumbe on the goal, his third. So both Granados and Larumbe have a hat trick. Is that something you see on film? Is that something that the coaching staff can kind of point out to you? Because it's not the first time that Spain has attempted the lob.
Yeah, some teams are great lobs, and so they're either reading the goalie and say if the goalie's set maybe a little deep on their hands, they'll try to take that lob shot. And so they must be seeing something on Weinberg in terms of the way he's set, that they're, taking those couple of lobs.
Worked down to inside water. Halleck worked his way open, but an exclusion called keeps it with the United States on 6-on-5, their first power play since the beginning of the third quarter.
Another drawn exclusion for Ben Halleck. I think that's 6.
6 so far, and it makes it goal number 10. Alex Bowen with a rocket shot on the right-hand side brings the U.S. back within 1.
Yes, quick, all the way down to the right side. Bowen moves in. That's his shot. He moves to that area, puts it right under Matos' arms.
United States now 6 of 8 on the power play. Bowen with his first goal tonight after having multiple goals in each of the first 3 games here in North Texas.
Just like the coach speak, you need to have a stop here so we can get yourself for the position for the equalizer.
Cabana's on the wing, guarded by Halleck. So now Spain works it around to that left side that's been lethal in the second half. Inside water, knocked away. Great job defensively by the United States.
Dunston slid over. They tried an inside water drive. He slid over, and then with the entry pass, stealing that entry pass. So great job by Dunston.
See what they have on the counter. Here's Woodhead. Far side to the southpaw, worked in, looking for Halleck, and that one was taken away as well. A couple of Spanish defenders, but it was Fran Valera that worked the steal.
Yeah, they were swimming towards the ball before it even hit the water. It's, crashing. So that Dunston with the entry pass, but Spain was all over it, making 2 or 3 strokes right before the ball even hit the water.
Past the halfway point here in the fourth quarter, United States trailing by 1. Sanahuya had to feed it across the pool. Irving was called. No offensive foul. They had the pushback first. Looked like it was going to be an offensive foul, but that was a live ball, and it was put in by Spain.
Yeah, they did call an ordinary foul, and then Irving, late in the shot clock, took off on the counterattack, hoping that the shot coming from that far away, 7 or 8 meters outside the post, that Weinberg couldn't get a track on it, pull it down.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
What a turn of events. And because of that, Spain back up by 2. That one hurts the United States, especially after they had built a little bit of momentum with a couple defensive stops and a goal of their own.
We can get another look here, see if we can go to Halleck first, see what kind of defense they're running, or if we're going to force something from the outside.
Just based on the way you said that, it sounds like you don't want to force anything from the outside, right?
Depends. You want to take what the defense gives you. Irving's maybe up top there, stepping into position.
There he is right there. That one deflected by a field defender, and because of that, it's a turnover. Spain with the stop.
He did a great job sliding into position, but the field blockers were in place to prevent that shot from even getting to the cage.
Did he wait too long to take that shot on that possession?
You want to catch and shoot before the field blockers get in position to get that hand up.
A couple little mistakes adding up for the United States down the stretch here. 2:50 to play. Spain could really put this one close to being out of reach. That one knocked around, but somehow ended up in the hands of Granados with his 4th goal of the night. Gives Spain a 13-10 advantage.
Yeah, that was he drove there, got to the left post, and then a post-up action. I thought he got his hand up a little bit. I think the Team USA bench was looking for an offensive foul, clearing out with that left arm by Granados, but the referees weren't having it.
Here's another look at it down low with the contact enough. It also looked like Halleck might have been able to grab the ball just in time before Granados even had a chance to get up above water.
Right. It was a quick pass. He did make that offensive move pretty quick for an attacker on that left side to kind of run into a post up, and then he was acting as a center more at that point. Once you post up, you're on that side. He's trying to get that ball off quick before the defense has a chance to crash back.
Largest deficit the United States has seen in each of their last 3 games. Last time they trailed by more than 3 was against Serbia in the first game of the New Year's Showcase.
Another drawn exclusion, imagine that.
Halleck continues to do work down low. Can it open up something for a goal? Long pass over the top. Shot clock down to 6. Right over the top. Worked around to Dodd. Chase Dodd gives the United States a fighting chance. Back down by 2. Goal number 3 for Dodd.
A great look here. If you see, he wraps around the field blocker, goes over the head. Just a slight shift to his left to beat the field blocker. Had that hand up. He readjusted his body, moved to the right position, just put it right over the shoulder of the field blocker.
It's not quite desperation time for the United States, but you'd have to think if they're going to really have a shot at either winning this or at least sending it into a penalty shootout, they're going to need to get a couple defensive stops here down the stretch, starting with this possession.
Right, if you got it, what do the coaches say? You can't keep making the hole bigger. You got to take away the shovel.
See if that shovel can be ripped out of the hands of Spain at the moment. Bit of a press here from the United States. They work it inside, but prior to the shot attempt, they'll call an exclusion. Fresh 20 for Spain, 1:46 to play.
All that action came off a cross drive, maybe like even with a pick with the drive and the center, leading to that exclusion.
Sanahuya worked around but got it knocked away. Spain still on the attack and he sent it high.
I don't know if it was something we said, but the ball came flying at us.
Granados didn't like the way that we called that possession. Skipped it right at our feet.
All's well that ends well with as a stop for Team USA, so we can get ourselves a little bit closer with a good chance here.
Stevenson on the counter. Stevenson had that one blocked as well. Matos elevated enough and got all of it.
Yeah, that's a chance. Maybe you just want to get a cross pass there and get a better look instead of the goalie sitting right on you.
That one really hurts the chances. Spain can put the dagger in the back of the net here. Final 50. Spain content with chewing up some shot clock, working back the other direction. They will throw it away as the shot clock goes off. Clock stops at 39. Alec will rein it in and a timeout called. 38 seconds left. And the United States down by 2.
Yeah, they got to try to draw something up, try to get a quick scoring chance, and try to hopefully hold for get a stop there. So you got to draw something up that's pretty quick. I don't think we're to the pulling the goalie stage, but you never know. In a friendly, they might be trying something new. Maybe see if we can get Weinberg into the front court. We'll see what Coach Udovicic has in store for us.
What a weekend it has been of water polo here in North Texas. Whether this is a United States win or a loss to conclude the week, started off with a big win over Serbia, 16-12, and then after that, all of these matches have been tightly contested, very, very fun to watch. What's been your favorite part of the whole weekend?
I think the fact that it's here is number one, and then I love seeing the kids out in the lobby waiting for the players to come out, getting autographs and seeing some of the best players in the world, and then kind of aspiring long term to be that level of player, go play in college, be the best player on their high school team, whatever it takes. Just be inspired by these athletes.
Bowen had that one deflected, and that might be enough to do it. 6 games all played in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, 3 in Louisville, 3 on the campus of SMU. Spain, Serbia, and the United States water polo national team making their way to the Lone Star State in what has been a phenomenal week of 6 matches to close out 2022 and welcome in a brand new calendar year in 2023.
I think just overall for the growth of water polo here in the United States and Texas, and I'm so lucky to be on the call here. I think it's the sportscaster dreams and every kid growing up. So and to talk about a sport that I love so much, and that 20 years ago I never would have thought that we'd have international water polo here, much less at SMU. So it's great to see it. For special thanks to Pegasus and Thunder and all the clubs that are involved, and all the people that got this organized. so the kids and the athletes can all be a part of this, and those watching streaming who couldn't make it in person. So we're just glad to be a part of this great showcase here in North Texas.
And I echo that sentiment from somebody who grew up in the Texas area, Waco, Texas, my hometown, born and raised, went to school in North Texas. I haven't really been exposed to a ton of water polo. So the fact of getting to hang out and learn the sport with you, with people like Chip Peoples, like we had yesterday, and with all those that have been involved with USA Water Polo, it's been a great weekend for myself. You've got a water polo fan, a new one.
Oh,
in
awesome.
myself, so I'm going to be keeping up with it
one
from
at
now
a time.
on. I am absolutely bought in. It's been a phenomenal week here from the North Texas area, and excited to be on the call. Super thankful to be here. Special thanks to Greg for allowing me to fill in for him. Best wishes for him moving forward. But that's going to do it for our coverage throughout the weekend here in the Dallas, Texas area. Final score one more time here from SMU. Spain comes out on top. The defending world champions win it 13-11 over the United States. For our entire USA Water Polo crew, for my partner Chris Cole, and I'm Kyle Yeoman saying so long from Dallas, Texas. We'll see you next time for some more USA Water Polo.